Hi everybody, this is Methokaiji here today. Well, I guess I'm sick today as well as
Godzilla 5400.
Yes, I'm right now with Google Plus Hangouts, whatever you want to call it. Google Hangouts is pretty complicated anyways, just mentioning that. But yeah, I'm with Godzilla 5400. We're both sick, so you know I might pronounce some words wrong or might sound pretty weird than usual. But yeah, I got some new Godzilla 2014 information, and this time it is a a detailed description of the SXSW footage in Austin. So yeah, I've done a video, but this is more detailed, and it shows more of the sequences and the footage in the footage. So yeah, and Godzilla 5400. Whenever I finish a paragraph that is important and has a bunch of detail, then he will explain to us, the audience who are watching this video, what he thinks of it. So yeah,
the first two paragraphs.
Yeah.
We won't.
Actually, the first 3 paragraphs.
Oh, okay.
So this is from GodzillaMovies.com. I'll definitely leave this article as a link in the description below. And the member who did this thread is called One Sun White 187. And this is what he said. We finally found out what took a bite out of that train in the trailer. It turns out a smaller winged creature, maybe 40 feet tall, attacked the train. Maybe it's a female mutant in its baby stage. Let's speculate. Ahoy, squirts. Quint here. I had the pleasure of interviewing Gareth Edwards before the archival 35mm non-Raven verified Godzilla 1954 ran, and that's probably a very good thing. After the movie, Edwards came out and introduced a 7-ish minute sequence from his Godzilla, which had me buzzing so much that if I had to talk with him after seeing it, it probably would have drooled and blabbered and made random circus jokes. Well, more so than usual. It's not that the Godzilla 2014 footage was Matrix next level groundbreaking. It's how much personality and atmosphere and intelligence was on display. Just smart filmmaking. Now, on this paragraph, you're actually going to explain what you think about it, okay?
Okay.
The sun is setting in. I believe in Hawaii. A family on the beach notices something strange. The waves come in and then go out, and keep going out. Fish flap on the wet sand as the water recedes even further. So what do you think of this?
Well, I think it's obviously that scene from the Godzilla trailer when Godzilla's spines are coming out of the water.
Yeah, because later I think it talks about the aircraft carriers. And you see an aircraft carrier in that scene. But the only part, I already read this, but it actually doesn't mention Bryan Cranston. And Bryan Cranston was in that scene, so I don't know what he's supposed to be in it.
Yeah.
So next paragraph, okay. Out in the ocean, Ken Watanabe is on an aircraft carrier and sees something in the distance. Looks like a massive shark fin cutting in the water's surface. But not just one. Multiple appear. Obviously Godzilla's back scales. The monster isn't seen, but passes under the carrier and sides, people running from one end to another to see it come out the other side. This shot and sequence was super Jaws-like, by the way. So it looks like their inspiration is kind of like the Jaws movie, kind of. So they don't want to reveal too much for Godzilla, just little bits and pieces of him.
Yeah.
Also,
which I guess kind of makes sense.
Sorry you hear that sound. It's some random people screaming at lower place. So yeah. And next paragraph. Back on the mainland, Aaron Taylor Johnson is on a rail car at an airport. You know, the ones that take you from one terminal to another in the big airports. Anyway, the power goes out and he calls a small boy, telling him the power will come back on soon and not to worry. What do you think of that?
Well, the small boy is a Shiro, correct?
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah.
And also, there was a scene on the second leaked teaser trailer, the one in October 8th. Not the 2012 Comic-Con one, the other one, the October 8th one. But there was this scene with Aaron Taylor Johnson on the train, and that's when the train was like shaking and it got ripped. So probably that's part of the scenes, probably. So probably, I don't know yet. Okay, now right here, on the beach, a father sees the eerie, rescinding water and grabs his daughter. starting to run before must know what's going on. A dog is tied up to a tree and barks at the water as it begins to return in a typhoon fury. The dog breaks and leashes and runs, outpacing the humans as a father, carrying his daughter, ducks into store with a glass front. Just as a tidal wave of water floods down the street. Through the glass windows, we can see the breeze and people wash by. No sign of the dog, but later Edward said he probably survives. Got a high place, quote unquote, but then he died of cancer. Dark humor, I like it. So
The
it looks
dog
like...
died of cancer?
No, that's just like a joke, I guess you can say.
Oh, okay.
But probably he died already.
Yeah.
Probably.
So I was gonna. That's wild.
So this is actually a pretty sickening like scene because it says people wash by on the tsunami or whatever, the typhoon, and then meanwhile the tsunami that Godzilla caused, and then that's when the dog is running around and all that, and it probably even got killed. So pretty sickening scene. And I bet many people are gonna be heartbroken when they see the dog died, even though there's a bunch of people already dying, and there's only one dog that died. So, anyways. Next scene. This section was very much in the vein of The Impossible. Natural disaster feeling, not a big monster feeling, if you know what I mean. In a bird's eye aerial view, we see the water lulling to a stop. The town flooded. On the rooftop of one of the flooded tall buildings, people set off a series of red flares. Camera follows the flares and we see Godzilla's arms and legs, showing the size of him. We can see this in the trailer. What do you think of it?
There's not really much to say, except it sounds like a cool shot.
Okay, so it looks like there's a bunch of scenes in the Hawaiian parts. Even though in San Francisco, I think is the main part, right? I think.
Yeah. Well, it's probably because that's the opening part.
Yeah, probably. But I think the opening part is a 1954 scene, isn't it?
Well, what I think it really is that I think they're gonna keep going back to the 1954 scene, but like throughout the whole movie, really, they're not gonna show it all at once. They might show bits and pieces of the clip, but I don't think they're gonna show it all at once.
Oh, okay. And yeah, I don't think it's gonna be black and white because what we saw in the trailer, those bombs thing, that was actually color. That wasn't black and white, so.
Yeah,
anyway.
Although I think it would be better if it was in black and white.
I guess it will look more like, if somebody actually shot it, literally. Because, those cameras in back times, they were kind of like, they weren't that good as ours today. So anyways, the next paragraph, it says, back at the airport, the power comes back on, and in the rail car, the kid seems less freaked out. The truck behind them lifts up in sections, brightening up the airport as it goes. 1 section, 2, 3, and then something goes wrong. The next section lights up and a crazy, bald, bad-looking monster stands over it. 2 legs on each side. It's kind of like the Cloverfield monster in proportions, but much more detailed. What do you think of this?
The comparison between them and the Cloverfield monster feels, right, since it was made in 2008, but I think it'd be cool to see how, it's revealed in proportions and stuff.
Does it has wings? Crazy ball looking. No, actually, probably this is the eight-legged Muto because it says it doesn't have any wings. So probably it's the eight-legged Muto. So it looks kind of like a bat. So maybe it does have wings or something. I don't know. Actually, we don't know. Next paragraph. This thing goes crazy and starts tearing up the rail car. Taylor Johnson protects the kid as the thing gets thrown about. What? Thrown about. Ripped open and people start spilling out. So it looks like they're falling out of the train. This monster is maybe 25 to 30-ish feet tall, I guess. In the chaos of the attack, a chain reaction of explosions is set off. Jet fuel and the airplanes parked at gates ignite, and like dominoes, they explode one after another. The final one explodes and a thick foot stomps down. So this sounds very reminiscent to the 2013 San Diego Comic-Con, except they edited, like for example, the Mutos. We know that they're like black color. You knew about that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So probably they already changed that. Like in the past, they used to be white. Now they're black.
Yeah.
I guess. But what's weird is that in the trailer, You know that scene where all the not aircraft carriers, all the jets are falling down from the skies and falling in the ocean?
Yeah.
Well, we see like this like living life form, but it does not look black. It looks more of a grayish, whitish like color. So I don't know about that.
Yeah, it looks like a pale gray, like if that's even possible.
But in the toys that got released, it's actually black, the winged Mewtwo. So probably a new monster or something. Maybe they're just still editing it. I don't know, really.
Yeah, they are still working on the CG, right?
Yeah. So probably they're gonna change some of the color scheme and all that.
Yeah,
I wonder if they're gonna
like,
put that toilet thing.
What?
I wonder if they're gonna edit out the toilet thing. Remember from the trailer?
But you know, I mean, if they are still working on the CG, you know, I guess color coding might be part of it then. You know.
Yeah, I guess, and also the shapes also.
Oh shoot! Did you guys hear that?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, not too bad.
No, but anyways, let's keep reading. Yay! We all like to read, right? I guess, kind of. Anyways, Godzilla's got stumpy, thick legs. There's nothing like about the design. Very thick, very sturdy. Camera tilts up in a forward view as a Kina monster faces off against its Bat monster, which looks tiny in comparison. So is the winged Mewtwo tiny or something, or what? Or is this just like 8-legged Mewtwo, but it has little wings or something? I don't know.
Well, I think what they're gonna try to go for is kind of like a Godzilla versus Destroyer, where they were, you know, pretty big, like the little crabs, but they were small to him.
Yeah. But it says bat, like a bat monster, so that means it has like wings. That means it's a flying Mewtwo or something, or what?
Maybe.
Because what's weird is that there's two cases on what these Mewtwo's are Hawk Mewtwo's, since they revealed that the other day. Now, one of them, it's either one of these two theories. One of the theories is that the 8-legged Mewtwo turns into the flying Mewtwo, or if not, there's an 8-legged Mewtwo and there's also a queen or a female or just a queen, and that queen is a flying Mewtwo. So what theory do you think it is?
I think it's the flying Mewtwo.
You mean the 8-legged Mewtwo turned into the flying Mewtwo?
Yeah, most likely. And then the flying Mewtwo might turn to the queen Mewtwo or something like that.
Yeah. That means 3 monsters then? The Godzilla will fight?
Hopefully, yeah.
That'll be awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, now, is it the ends? Okay, anyways. I don't think I haven't finished yet. Okay, no. Camera tilts up in a review as the king of monsters faces off against this bad monster, which looks tiny in comparison. Yeah, I already mentioned that. His small arms move in an agitated way, and when we see his face fall on, he had a distinctive pissed off, I'm going to start some SHIT right now. Stare down. He roars, and that's it.
Wow.
Now right here where it says it says agitated, small arms move in an agitated way. Is that talking about Godzilla or is that talking about the Mewtwo? I think
Probably
that's the Mewtwo.
the Mewtwo.
Because if that was Godzilla, that means Godzilla would have like little Tyrannosaurus arms, and I don't like that.
Nah, I mean like, yeah, I wouldn't like that.
Imagine that. And then the rest, the last 3 or 4 paragraphs, says, the audience went bananas, and I was with them. Those little visual flares and ebb and flow of intensity really made this feel Spielbergian without aping his exact style. I'm wholeheartedly convinced that if the movie ends up being even somewhat good, that Edwards has cemented himself as a top of the list tentpole director for the next 2 decades. His visual storytelling ability is that strong in this footage. It's populist, but incredibly inventive. It doesn't treat the audience like dumb kids. Who knows what the finished product will look like? But from the whispers I've heard from those that would know the thing is coming together fantastically, I hope they're right because I'm going to be actually impressed if this one's a misfire. There's so much potential in every piece of marketing has been spot on. The producers at Legendary seems to be almost as big of fans of the source material as Gareth Edwards and have given him a shot at something that he is desperate to do right by. All signs point to a home run. If they hold up, we're going to have something special in front of our eyeballs this May. I'll be transcribing my interview with Edwards very soon, so keep your eyes open for that. Now, some sleep before SXSW ships into third gear. Nightly night, folks. So that was very interesting, and that was humongous, massive, intense spoilers.
Yeah.
But I bet you already know now by looking at the title. Or if it doesn't say spoilers, then I'm so stupid I will edit it.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the end for this video. I'm with Godzilla 5400 in a hangout right now, so remember to subscribe, like, and comment to Godzilla 5400. Check out his channel, subscribe, like his videos, comment on his videos too, and all that nice, awesome stuff that helps him and me. So tell me in the comment below after hearing me talking about this new footage and all that, and also what do you think of this new footage? I'll leave this article as a link in the description below. So anyways, and for this video, yeah, as always. So anyways, and for this video, subscribe, like, and comment. This is another Kaiju signing out. Any last words, Gojira 5400?
Pure genius.
So anyways, this is another Kaiju signing out.